welcome back to On The Volley. Now, you're not going to believe this, but this is bloody take 3, yeah? So, I've done the video twice, then I rewatched it, okay, obviously because I'm sober. Normally when I'm not sober, I just send it and I don't rewatch it, I don't fact proof it, I don't check to see that there's any mistakes that I've made. This time I have, okay, I've seen the mistakes and I thought, no, don't like it, let me cancel it and redo it. That said, I did a video yesterday. I was in the pub yesterday. I watched it this morning. Didn't like that as well. Okay, so I cancelled that. Just cancelled it all. And I said, no, I'll redo it this morning. There you have it. Anyway, so we're late as always. All the other YouTube channels have already done the post-match review on our Scottish FA Cup semi-final game against Dem Lot down the road, which, as you all know, we won 1-0. I'm going to do mine now. Hopefully, this is the third take. Hopefully, this time I get it right. Like I said, we're not scripted. We just do it off the cuff. And it is what it is. So let's get on with it. Anyway, I would like to start off by giving a shout out to a young lad by the name of Aidan. Aidan, here's your shout out, son, as promised, okay? It was great talking to you, even though it was via FaceTime. I know you're an ardent Celtic fan. I know you know everything about Celtic, okay? And hopefully one day when I do come over to Scotland, who knows, might be able to meet you and even do an interview with you, yeah? Put you on camera, son, yeah? I won't make any promises. It may happen, it may not. Let's see what happens, okay? Well, let's get to the game. Now, I had said in a previous video that I believe this game was going to be very difficult. I believed that they were going to throw everything they had at us. They had to. It's a question of pride. You know, we've dominated them this season, yeah? They've had a lot to say. You know, Michael Beale, some of their players, okay, Ian Bamfield, I think his name is, never heard of him until, you know, it came out that he come out with a comment. And to be totally honest, okay, don't ask me what their comments was. I don't listen. I mean, it comes in here and it goes out there. I don't leave it in here. I'm not worried about what they say. I don't give a damn about what they say, you know. So it's just gone right through. A little bit like Ange. Ange doesn't. He doesn't take any notice of what they say. It's about us. I can understand maybe they're trying to play mind games. Maybe Michael Beale wants to, you know, take examples of some of the Premier League managers like Jose Mourinho when he played mind games or that, but he's not up to Jose Mourinho's level. So I just say to him, look, concentrate on your football, son. Anyway, let's get on to the game. So it basically went how I thought it would do, to be totally honest. It wasn't a game where we were going to see 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. I would have been really surprised if that had happened. It was hard. Like I said, I knew it was going to be hard. They came out straight away with intent. They put in a couple of hard tackles, crunching tackles. And I know Lundstrom, I saw when he wiped up Kyogo. Look, I thought the referee had a good game. I thought he managed the game well. He tried to let the game flow, and he did. And it proved to be a defining moment, his style of refereeing, which is what I love to see, which is what refereeing is about. Now, that defining moment basically came on, I think it was on the 42nd minute, yeah, where Ryan Kent fouls. I think it was Matt O'Reilly that he fouled, yeah. Matt O'Reilly goes to the ground, Ryan Kent goes back like this, like, ref, I didn't do anything, do you know what I mean? He just fell over. The whole of their defence just stopped. All of them waiting for the ref to blow up. Maida didn't. Okay, by the way, Maida had a great game, as did Jota. So Maida didn't stop. He runs to the ball. There's 4 of their players in defence. Okay, 2 here, 2 here. Okay, defence and midfield, whatever. They've all stopped. Even Ryan Kent, he just stopped. So the ball's rolling. No one's gone for it. Maida nips in, okay, just runs to the ball, whips it in, Jota, bam, okay, goal. And we were just, I mean, the pub just went mad, obviously, as you can imagine. And I think that was the case in all the Irish pubs all over the world, yeah? Anyway, the funny thing is, there's a basic rule in football, yeah? A basic simple rule that you learn from school level, which is you play to the whistle. You play to the whistle. I mean, you know, look, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, okay, Michael Beale will ask them the question, you know, did they teach you that rule in school? Because, I mean, it's basic. It's basic. You lot are professionals. And you don't know the rule, or you just forgot it. I don't know. Anyway, so, you know, my hat off to the referee. The referee could have blown up for a foul. No one would have blamed him if he did, but he stuck to, you know, his philosophy, which he started from the beginning of the match, which is try and let the game flow. Excellent, excellent refereeing, yeah? Now, the other philosophy, our philosophy, is we never stop, and that showed there. It also shows their philosophy is we do stop. I mean, there's a vast difference. There's a massive gap in the mentality, our mentality and their mentality. And it was clear to see there. That was a classic example. Anyway, second half, yeah? Second half, oh dear, we were under the cosh. I mean, we were, let's be honest, okay, right? They threw everything at us. They did throw everything at us, okay? They had to try and basically, you know, get something out of that game. Because they knew if they didn't get anything out of that game, they end up, as they have ended up, with nothing this season. Nothing, okay? They end the season empty-handed. Now, we were expecting that, and our defence was absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. And there was a defining moment, just like there was in the Scottish League Cup final from Carter Vickers, yeah? Now, Carter Vickers basically saved us on the goal line practically, yeah? He just put his body on the line and we managed to get the ball out. Seemed as if he'd hurt himself in the process, but luckily he got back up. And that was a defining moment as well. Now, if you look at the Scottish League Cup final, there was another defining moment from Carter Vickers where they put the ball in, they crossed it in, okay, it was going in, and it was basically going across the face of the goal. Now you've got Carter Vickers and Fashion Sakala, both of them sliding in to get to the ball. Fashion Sakala trying to slide in so they can knock the ball in. Carter Vickers beat him to it, and because it just went past Fashion Sakala, it was a little bit slow. And he managed to get to the ball, Vickers, okay, and just put it out for a corner. Now, if Carter Vickers hadn't got to the ball there, they would have scored because they had a player just waiting to knock the ball into the back of the net, yeah? So, two defining moments from Carter Vickers. Now, Carter Vickers did win the Man of the Match award. To be totally honest, I think, you know, if you look at the defining moment, yes, definitely give it to him. But the whole defence was absolutely outstanding. And if you look at how far we've come as a defensive unit from when Ange came in, it's improved so much. It's incredible. We don't make the same mistakes that we did when Ange came in, but then again, it was work in progress. Ange said it, I had said it, and it's come to be as it is. And players like Starfelt this season, players like Greg Taylor, that used to get a lot of stick, they've answered all their critics. And that is a plus for us. Now, there was another defining moment, and that defining moment is Fashion Sakala. Now, Fashion Sakala had an opportunity, okay, right, to equalise, to make the score 1-1. Look, let's be honest, Scott Arfield had a shot, and it's a good shot, but Joe Hart, the only save he had to make during the game, as far as I can remember, he just dived down to the right, okay, he was equal to the shot and just palmed the ball out for a corner. But that wasn't the defining moment. The defining moment was when Tavernier rifled in a shot, beat Joe Hart, hits the post, comes back to Fashion Sakala. All Fashion Sakala had to do was just put it into the back of the net, okay, just direct the ball into the back of the net, but he directed it into the side netting. And let's be honest, if you played football, you know Fashion Sakala should have done better. He should have scored at least got it on target. He didn't. I'm happy about that. And that was a defining moment, just like it was in the Scottish League Cup final. Same thing. I can't remember who took the shot, hits the post, comes back to Fashion Sakala, same position. Okay, maybe the Scottish League Cup final, it was a little bit tighter, you know, the angle, but he still should have at least got it on target, if not scored. What did he do? He hit the side netting. When they were 1-0 down, it would have been 1-1, okay? But instead, he missed it, side netting, we go on to score 2-0, defining moment, which can change a game. So, although we were under the cosh in the second half, our defence was massive, and the defining moments was Carter Vickers, Fashion Sakala, but above all, the fact that Dem Lot down the road don't have our philosophy, which is we never stop. Their philosophy is we stop. I don't know what to say, really. I don't know what to say. If I was a fan of Dem Lot down the road, I wouldn't be happy. I would not have been happy with that, okay? Because, like I said, the basic, fundamental, you learn at school level, you play to the whistle. I would be fuming if I was one of their fans. And to be totally honest, I think their fans know that there is a massive gap between the two sides. And it's gonna take a lot and a long while, I believe, for them to close that gap. Look, let's not forget, okay, not last season, the season before, they were on cloud 9. They won the league, 25 points difference. Ange Postecoglou comes in the season after, which is last season, and they were under the impression that they were going to rule the roost. Okay, who's Ange Postecoglou? Everyone was asking who's Ange Postecoglou. I knew who Ange was because I researched the guy. I did a video, I posted it. It was the title, Who is Ange Postecoglou? And I basically got most of it right. I messed up 2 things because I'd forgot my papers and that. But I did say that he was going to bring success to Celtic. And he did say, don't judge me on my first season, judge me on my second. So, you know, League and Cup double in the first season. Looks like we're on for the treble now, and I don't want to, you know, speak too soon because, yes, we're playing Inverness, and we should win that game on paper, but finals have been known to bring up surprises, okay, and throw curveballs, but to be totally honest, I can't see it. Now, I did, I've watched the other channels, and I've read some of the comments, and there was a comment from an Inverness fan. Unfortunately, I should have taken a photo of it and given the guy a shout out. My bad, I didn't think of it, so I can't remember his name, so I can't give him a shout out. But anyway, it's an Inverness fan, and he basically wrote, you know, we were hoping that Dem Lot down the road would go through, because at least if we played them, we feel we would have had a chance to win the Scottish FA Cup final. As soon as we saw it was Celtic, we got to be honest, there's no chance that we're going to beat Celtic. So I'd like to congratulate Celtic already on the treble. Now, I hope that doesn't jinx us. I understand, because if I was an Inverness fan as well, and we're playing Celtic in the Scottish FA Cup final, and you ask me, how do I think it's going to go? I'd laugh and say, so what kind of a question is that? We're going to get smashed. Oh, we're going to lose. We'll do our best. We'll go out there, we'll play our football, but I can't see us winning. So for me, I predicted that we'd go the season unbeaten. This is at, before the season started, at the beginning of the season, I predicted we'd go the season unbeaten, okay? Unfortunately, we lost one game to St Mirren. That put an end to my prediction, but hey, if we lose only one game this season, I don't care. But to be totally honest, if we win if we win the league against Hearts, and Ange changes the team, gives players a rest, and puts in like fringe players or youth team players, and we lose a couple of games, I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, nor does my prediction. So there's no problems with that. I hope Ange does give some of our players a rest. I hope he does, blood some youngsters and give some fringe players playing time. So I'd be happy with that. I also predicted a clean sweep domestically. I said we'd win the treble, and it looks as if we're going to do it. So if we do, then Ange, what he said, he's basically, achieved, because League and Cup double, then the treble. So, don't judge me on my first season, but he did a great job. Judge me on my second, he's improved on that. The only way we can go is up. So hopefully, if you look at how we're improving, I'm hoping for a European trophy next season. May not be the Champions League, I think that might be too soon for us. There's a massive gap in the spending power, although money isn't always everything. I mean, look at Mourinho won with Porto, so anything can happen. But even if we don't win the Champions League and we go down into the Europa League, I'd be happy with winning the Europa League, if the worst comes to the worst. But to be totally honest, I would like us to go as far as we can in the Champions League. I'd like us to get to the quarters, the semis, and hey, maybe the finals, who knows? That would be a great achievement for us. Anyway, he is looking forward to next season, I'll be back after the Hearts game with my post-match review, as always. I think that's all I've got to say for now, but I'm going to leave you with two photos. I'm going to leave you with the emotional reaction of Ange Postecoglou and Michael Beale, and that basically goes to show how much of a gap there is between us. Listen, that's it, me Shah. I'm out.